Good day, fellow investors. My name is Sven Karlin, and today I'll discuss zinc as an investment. Not zinc miners, but we're going to look at what's going on with zinc, its price, supply, demand, in order to figure out whether zinc mining companies will be a good investment for the next 6 months, 6 years, and longer. Zinc prices are up 70% from 2016 lows, but have declined 20% from their 2017 highs. Is this just a temporary decline, or is this a permanent trend? A look at current zinc inventories, supply, demand, expected future supply and demand will tell us what's going on with zinc. Well, zinc is in a supply deficit and has been in a supply deficit for the past 5 years. If you take a look at the London Metal Exchange inventories and Chinese zinc inventories, they have been constantly declining since 2012-2013. What's left in global warehouses is 531,000 tons, or just 13.3 days of global zinc consumption. The last time this happened, this was in 2006, zinc prices went to above $2 per pound and stayed there for about 2 years until new production lowered, and not only new production but also the financial crisis lowered zinc demand. However, that new production that came online 2007, 8, 9, 2010 has been slowly depleted in the last decade. And since 2013, zinc has been in a supply deficit. Inventories were relatively high and they could cover for the deficit. However, as we have seen in the previous chart, inventories are now at historical lows. In the last few years, many mines have been closed, and it is expected that many more mines will be closed in the next few years as those mines get depleted. How will this influence the zinc supply gap? Well, as I said, zinc has been in a supply deficit for the past 5 years, but that deficit is expected to largely increase, especially from 2020 onwards. Now, as a supply deficit is expected, I wouldn't be surprised to see zinc prices above $2 per pound and stabilize above $1.5 per pound. That would make a huge difference to current zinc miners' earnings, and their stock prices would shoot up. Their stock prices have declined due to the current 20% decline in zinc prices, so it is an opportunity to buy now on the cheap before zinc prices shoot up again. Alright, so do zinc miners offer the potential for triple-digit gains in the next 6-12 months, a few years? 6-12 months, I don't know. There is always China slowing down, not slowing down, so that will affect zinc prices. The deficit isn't that wide, but it can always happen, especially if the deficit widens a bit and depletes global inventories. If that happens, zinc goes up to 2 and above very quickly. On the downside, I don't see zinc going much more down, because if you look at the zinc cost curve, many global producers are not profitable at these prices. So there is a margin of safety. So the fundamentals for zinc look pretty strong. The fact is, there is a deficit. The deficit will be widening, and these fundamental factors can't change abruptly. The fact is that you can't invent a mine. It takes years to explore, to find the mine, find the financing, build the mine, and then if everything goes well, only then you have a mine. So as zinc is entering a deficit phase, a wide deficit phase, it will take some time for new supply to come up and cover that deficit. Only a higher zinc price will attract new supply. So we can expect future zinc prices to be above $1.5 to $2. Of course, a recession will slow down the growth in zinc prices. Fears about China can also slow down zinc price growth, but many forget that we have a new global player, a new country that's entering its development infrastructure phase, and that's India. India is now where China was 20 years ago. So we can expect that India grows, builds, if they continue, and they probably will continue to grow at 10% a year. So there are huge positives for zinc looking ahead, especially in the long term. How to invest? It's difficult to find a pure zinc play. Most zinc miners are diversified, or zinc is a byproduct. However, there are some. Teck Resources is one that is a well-diversified miner with some zinc. Vedanta Resources, an Indian zinc miner, is also a large producer. Glencore, but zinc makes a smaller part. Other companies to look at are Trevally Mining, Nevsun Resources, and Hood Bay Mining. Take a look, see what fits best your portfolio, and please subscribe to the channel, as I'm going to analyze those or find the interesting zinc miners, analyze them here in future videos. Thank you for watching, safe investing, and see you in the next video.